And I can only assume, say, Odu I say, Yaga, you like in the security's man said, like, who the fuck is this? Samini has come under intense criticism for since yesterday, and we think that he has goofed. Like, this be one of the things that it's difficult to understand coming from a popular, a revered musician like Samini. What has he done? If you happen to be on social media, or if you've not seen the news, he was going to Legon, and as it is, if you are entering the Legon campus, you need a pass. Unfortunately, he didn't have his pass, and he had to sort of plead with the security person at post to let him pass. Apparently, the security man refused him entry, and Samini took a video of the security man and said this.
See this guy. This guy. He didn't really go on gate there. At the go school, I left my card for the other car inside. The guy say no go make a pass. See him. You see, everybody go see you. You be our guy, but today I go pass.
Now, the news is not why we are here. Now, why he did it is why we are here. Let's put the hard truth lens on it. Let's even talk about politics. Let's talk about entertainment. Let's talk about even our own family unit. You know, our pennies and people who are revered to actually be in authority, the sort of power that they have, and the sort of advantage that they take to make themselves feel good. You don't have a pass. Obviously, you don't have a pass. Now, what makes you think that taking a video of yourself and taking a video of the security man who is doing his job, my job is to make sure that you have a pass before you enter the campus, and who is doing his job, and to say, see this man, he thinks he is wise. Like, I'm not quoting him verbatim, but obviously that was what he was trying to say. He thinks that he's wise and doing his job. Like, I've left my pass in my one car. Like, do you hear yourself, guys? Do you hear yourself? And for him to even have the nerve, the effrontery, some kind of saying, to actually post the video. What was he thinking? That what social media is going to back him for being this rude? You know, I always say that, see, as a human being, for you to even have the strength, the temerity, to video this and to post it on social media, it tells a lot about who you are. Like, undoubtedly, it tells a lot about who you are. It tells a lot about your personality. It tells a lot about your suban. Because if you were not rude, how would you come and post this on social media? Like, goof big time, like big time goof. And right when I was about to come on air to do this video, I saw that he had apologized. And to me, the apology is not even enough. And then in the apology, he says something to the effect that if social media is buzzing that he's in the wrong, then he apologizes for it, and that will never happen again. So you, as you do the video where they can't post for social media, you didn't know that it was wrong. You didn't know that man was doing his job. And see, I was discussing with my colleagues backstage, and I was telling them that the person who gave him the pass, you know, the security man at the post refused him. And then, according to his words, now there was this other security man who came to give him the pass. That person should be sacked. That person should not be at his post as I speak. And honestly, this is what we have been used to, that people in authority actually take advantage of us. I am a security person. My job is to make sure that you have a pass before you go. Now, if you don't have a pass, I won't let you enter, regardless of who you are, being it entertainment, being it political, being it who you are. Even if you are the president and you don't have a pass, you are not supposed to enter. So whoever actually came there to give Samini a pass should not have a job as we speak. But we are in Ghana, and the law favors people in authority. Look at what Paul Adom Otchere. Look at what Paul Adom Otchere is doing now.
We built as a monument to Elohim so that our country will be saved, because our country needs salvation. Can't you see? Africa needs salvation, and that salvation is going to come from God. That salvation is not going to come from economics. That salvation is not going to come from statistics. That salvation is not going to come from engineering. That salvation is not going to come from law. The salvation may take the effect of engineering, but the salvation must first of all come from God.
Now, Paul Adom Otchere is, the kind of respect that I had for the man has just decreased. Like it's zero now. It's zero. And it's the same respect that I had for Samini, and now it's zero, to be honest. It is a zero respect for these two guys. Paul Adom Otchere also obeyed. Also obeyed. See, Paul Adom Otchere is one of the most revered, one of the most respected journalists that we used to have in Ghana. If you talk of Paul Adom Otchere, you are talking of the Bernard Avles, you are talking of the Kwamla Demos, you are talking of the Kojo Nkrumah, you are talking of the Kwame Sefa-Kain. Those are the kind of journalists Paul Adom Otchere can be associated with. Now, see what Paul Adom Otchere is doing. Paul Adom Otchere is giving lame analysis, just because he's been given a public office. Now, where am I going with this? It's the authority. It's people in authority. People who have the power to effect change. People who have the power to actually make us know that to differentiate, to live an exemplary life, so that we the youth can emulate. They are rather spoiling. They are almost say BBR. Now, Paul Adom Otchere can actually come here, be on social media, and give one of the lamest explanations and one of the lamest analysis that I've actually come across. If you think about Paul Adom Otchere's analysis, like, it doesn't even sit well with me. Like, does he think that we are fools? And then does he think that we don't have a reasoning power to actually understand, like, propaganda? Look at Paul Adom Otchere, a political animal like this, a journalist. And before, we all see him, yes, he had some sort of gravitation towards the MPP government, but we were thinking that, well, he's a journalist and he's supposed to be neutral in analysis and reportage. Look at some of the things that Paul Adom Otchere is saying. Baseless. Just because he subscribes to one political ideology, that is his vision to propagate by force. And it's the same thing in Ghana. Like, everywhere you pass in Ghana, people in authority are taking the power in their hands. But if people why would Samini, a revered musician like Samini, go on a ranting spree just because he was refused entry? And I can only imagine he being Samini, he's rude. Already he's rude, because in Ghana, one thing that we have actually been taught in our homes is to be polite and to see people in authority to submit to them. So I can only imagine how how rude he was to this security man, for the security man to refuse him entry. And I can only assume, say, I say, Yaga, like in the security man said, like, who the fuck is this? You know, like, why? Charlie, you not get your pass, I'm not gonna make you go enter. The person where he give that Samini pass, the security man from somewhere where he can't give that pass, that security man should not be at post. That security man should be sacked. Because who is Samini? You are a musician. Yes, so be your musician. I'm also in my crib. In my crib. That's my office. And you need to respect my office. And for you to have the effrontery, the nerve to actually video me. See, oh boy, you know say that the security man self go fit see you. The security man can sue him. He can. For the fact that he even brought it like or the picture and the video about the social media. Like how dare you? Like how dare you? Leave this to the illiterate, leave this to people who are commoners like me to do that. But you, Samini, and to actually come and put it on social media is what kills me, no. Let somebody actually capture it and then put it on social media, let it be a scandal. But you have the nerve to actually picture, to video, and come and tell us, say, Monshe, no, Yawa man. You be the Yawa man. It be you be the Yawa man. See, I get so emotional about these things. Like, how? Like, you be Samini, so what? And I would now apologize, you know. And I would now apologize, you know. If we had not talked about this, would you have even apologized? It's because it's probably your character. It's probably your character. See, these things Ghana we do we for sure. We for sure. People in authority taking the laws in their own hands and doing things like almost with impunity. Like I said me there, my MP wa ha no or yeska now we wa ha say now or the mo dey scare or say buska nimu now we just say bibia ye basa obia be so tukwan obia everybody want to travel. It's because of the dispensation. Our Ghanaian dispensation. It's so bad. It's so bad. Yabremo. They say obi abeso tukwa. Me kwa so beso me tukwa ni bi. Beso me ko. Na be kwa any ebehu. Charlie guys, so if you have any comment, comment under the comment section. Let's see your reaction. Am I not right? If you disagree with me, let's see another comment section. Let's continue. Mabre, catch you. See you later.